And thank you, Catherine. Thank you, everyone, for joining today on a special holiday for most of us in Easter. You have your time to have a break on this weekend, but also spending your time to not only take some time away from the family today to take care of yourself, which is not a selfish thing to do. Some people think it's selfish, but actually, when you take care of yourself, especially from inside, you can be a better person, not only for yourself, but everyone and everything that you love. So it's very important. And I'm very happy to see that many of us are joining to still take care of your own mind and make sure that a better you means a better world. And as Lon Paul would say, world peace through inner peace, which is something that it seems like a big scale that, oh, I don't know how I can impact the world. But in reality, you have a big impact on the world around you. If you slowly observe how many people you have around you, whether it's as you're growing up and all the people that you encounter from now until today, right? If you think about it, how many years have you been on this planet, right? 20 years, 30 years, 40 years or more, right? And every day you meet new people. Every day you see new people. Every day you encounter so many people, so many living things. So your presence on this world is actually very powerful. So everything you say, everything you think, everything you do has an impact on the environment and on others. So we can choose to be a positive impact, a neutral impact, or a negative one. So on the bare minimum, at least neutral is okay. You're not hurting yourself, not hurting anyone. But being positive, we have the choice to do that, right? I saw a lovely quote. I think it's about if we spread positivity as quickly as we spread negativity, this world would be a lot brighter place, right? Think about it. When there's something negative happens, it's all over the news right away. Everywhere. Something bad happened, boo, everywhere. Everyone knows. But when some positive action happens or some community event that is helping, like charity or for something, you never really see it on the news. Every now and then you may, but it's never front page. It's always this accident or this shooting or this. There's always all these things that come first, which is unfortunate when there is actually a lot of positive things that we can spread as well. And so we have that option right now. What we're doing, it's easier to spread positivity when you feel it inside, right? It's not a fake smile. It's not a fake word. It's not a fake action. It's something that you would automatically do naturally when you feel good inside. And when we meditate, that's the most important thing, to make you feel good inside. And that goodness will shine out automatically. Like a glass, as in the beginning of the video, right, from Monk Burin with the glass. When you meditate, you fill up your glass with happiness, with water, right? And then eventually when you keep meditating, that happiness fills up until it overflows. When it overflows, that happiness that's inside of you, it's going to overflow into the people that's around you, right? Into the environment that is around you. So your positivity, whether or not you realize it or not, it's going to come out and it's going to shine. It's going to shine through your words. It's going to shine through your actions. And that's why no matter how busy you may be, please don't be too busy to take care of your mind. Take care of yourself first. Step one, to live happily, take care of your mind first. And don't wait for everything around you to, be ready to take care of yourself. A lot of people like to think that way. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a bad way to think, but a better way to think is that instead of waiting for everything around you to work out or get into balance or to be ready, we should start from inside first. Put your mind into balance first. Put your mind into the right place first. And the rest of the things in our life will fall into place. Easier. Now that we know about meditation, use it more. Don't use it as something that you fall back on when you remember about it, or yeah, maybe I should go meditate now. But try to make it part of your life more and more and more, and you'll start to see that the words from Luang Pu, "Stop is the key to success," are not just. You will understand that simple phrase more deeply every time you meditate. Stop is the key to success. Not only in meditation, but in life. These words, right now, we understand it a little bit. Okay, stop means stop the mind. But if you meditate more and more, you can see how does your mind stop and what does it stop? And what happens when your mind stops? What happens? What occurs? What's the source of that positivity? You'll start to see it and understand it, and that will help you not only in your meditation, but in making decisions in life. So today, I just wanted to review some of the foundations of meditation. And I think it's always good to remind yourself. Even for me, I've been meditating I've introduced to meditation since I was like 7. And I ordained as a novice, a mini monk when I was 7. And I also ordained continuously for 4 or 5 more times until I ordained as a monk. So I've been meditating since I was 7, but I really truly understand how to meditate when I became a monk. And not right away, right? I had to spend at least 3 years to learn Thai and to get my meditation to a certain level where I can get into another program that spends in our temple where we meditate extensively with the abbot of our temple. And so I had to wait 3 years, and then also had to cultivate more, another 7 to 8 years of meditation. And then I realized that these small, no matter how well you meditate, it always goes back to this simple foundation that Monk Burin was mentioning in the beginning about being mindful and relaxed. That's why the best way to put it, I would say, if you know about Einstein, right? Einstein said something along the lines that if you are proficient in something truly, you will explain it simply. But some people, they don't really know what they're talking about, but they make it seem so like fancy, so complicated. Actually, meditation isn't something fancy or complicated. It's actually very simple. As I mentioned in the past, the hardest thing of meditation isn't the practice or the method or the theory. The hardest thing is yourself, or the biggest mountain is yourself. The biggest obstacle is yourself, meaning that you yourself aren't consistent in your practice, and that's it. That's the only hard thing that's blocking you from meditating well. The method is like a hair. A hair, if you put it in the right perspective, it can block the mountain, right? You can't see it. But when you get the right method, it's like you take that hair out and you can see the mountain. You can see the goal that you need to get to. So don't forget that meditation is simple yet profound. Don't make it overcomplicated. Don't make it something that's hard or difficult. So the key concept in meditation is to let go. And when we let go, the only way to let go is to relax. That goes with your body and your mind, right? As Monk Burin mentioned in the video a second ago, right? When you let go, your mind falls to that center. As we know about, as we practice the middle way meditation, the center of the body is 2 finger widths above your navel and your abdomen. So a lot of people kind of get, not get confused, but get worried that how do I get to the center, or what should I do to get to the center? The easy answer is to relax. It's like you're holding on to something, right? If I was holding something in my hand and I just relax my hand, that object will fall, right? Because there's gravity. So the same thing with your mind. The center of your body has an energy. It has a pull that is happening, but it's waiting for you to relax and let go of your thoughts. So when you let go truly, your mind will fall to the center automatically, go back home. So the thing is, another way to put it is, for those of you who, oh, I haven't practiced meditation for a long time, or I just started practicing meditation, how can I catch up to you? You know, you just mentioned you've been meditating since you were 7, right? So this is my first session. How am I going to meditate well? Or for some of us, oh, I've been meditating for 20 years and I haven't got any progress. The moment you let go truly, the moment you'll have the inner experience, the moment you'll go inside. Time is not a factor in meditation in that sense. If you practice correctly in that moment and you let go truly in that moment, you can skip ahead of me. You can skip ahead of everyone. You can, even though it's not a competition, but I'm just saying that don't worry about the time or distance that you have practiced, but worry about in that moment, are you practicing correctly? And you can meditate well in that session. So don't be discouraged if, oh, this is my first session, or those of us who've been meditating a long time and it still seems like it's not going nowhere. You'll get there. And the moment you let go truly, it takes 1 second. There was one disciple of the Buddha, one very important disciple. He was the supporter or assistant that would always follow the Buddha around. He never really had time to meditate a lot because he had to schedule everything and look after the Buddha, right? So eventually the Buddha did pass away, and all the other monks had very good meditation except for him. And it's kind of embarrassing, right? You are the one who's closest to the Buddha who's teaching, but you don't meditate well. What happened? So he had a lot of pressure on himself to, oh, I need to do it. I need to meditate well. So what he did was practice very hard all day, very diligent in his practice, trying very hard. The key word here is trying very hard, trying to force his mind to stop, trying to make it happen. So of course, this is all the wrong method, but he had the good determination or had the heart to try, but in the wrong way. So he tried so hard all day until eventually at night, nothing happened yet. And he's like, oh, I guess it's just not my my day today to attain it. So what happened was when he was relaxing to go to sleep, relaxing, and he didn't have his mind on meditating well anymore. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to rest. I'll try again tomorrow. At that moment when he let go of his expectation, let go of trying and just relaxed to go to sleep, his mind fell to the center and he attained arahatship or enlightenment. So it took him 1 second when he was going back to sleep. So for those of you, oh, sometimes I fall asleep all the time in meditation. Yeah, I'm guilty as well sometimes. Don't be discouraged because the moment you wake up, you may have that one moment of where your mind falls into the right spot. But of course, if we have the skill, we should learn how to overcome our sleepiness, but just to be encouragement. So one moment of where you let go truly, you can attain and meditate well. Sorry. Speaking of letting go, as we go into spring right now, we need to be like the trees that we see. The trees let go of the leaves, so they make room for the new ones to grow. So we have to think of it the same way. Sometimes we can't let go of things because we are afraid to lose it. But look at the tree. The tree lets go, and what happens? The tree gains a new opportunity for new leaves to grow. So don't think of letting go as losing something, but an opportunity to gain something. And this is definitely true in meditation because when we meditate, the thing that we gain is that happiness that's inside. And sometimes we don't realize it, but inside of us, we have happiness growing. It's like a seed that's already been planted inside of you. But the problem is we have so much other things covering it or growing in our mind that that seed isn't able to sprout, isn't able to grow, and is being covered by a bunch of weeds, being covered by a bunch of other plants. So you don't see that, oh, inside my mind or my garden of my mind is actually this beautiful flower with a beautiful scent that I've never seen before. So when we meditate, we kind of clear out that negative plants and those weeds bit by bit, and it makes room for your happy seed that's inside of you ready to grow, to blossom, and to eventually become a big tree and eventually spread its seeds to fill your mind completely with happiness. So just to remind yourself, you need to always remind yourself, why do we meditate when you start the meditation? Because this is how you put your mind in the right mindset in the beginning of the meditation. To not start your meditation with desire, with want, with expectation, with everything that is the opposite of what we should do. So the key is you have to remind yourself, oh, I'm coming, like the disciple in the beginning said, is to rest, to relax, to let go. When you put your expectation lower to just rest, you're going to get everything that you desire from meditation. But when you put your expectation very high, oh, I need to get enlightenment, I need to improve my meditation, I need to get deeper, I need this, I need that, you're going to go into the meditation with the wrong method automatically. So remind yourself, why we meditate is to receive true happiness. And relax, and this will happen automatically. Because I mentioned in the beginning, the seed of happiness, or the happiness, that true happiness, is already waiting for you inside. It's like the sun. It's like the sun in the sense of the sun is always shining, but unfortunately, just for us, we don't always get the opportunity to see it because the earth is spinning, right? So daytime we see it, nighttime we don't. But it doesn't mean that the sun isn't shining continuously. It's actually always shining. The reality of the situation is it's always shining. It's always there. That's the same thing with your happiness inside of you. It's actually shining, it's inside of you, but we have moments of where we don't see it. Whether it's covered by clouds of our own thoughts, whether it's darkness of our mind or negative situation at that time, we don't see it. But actually it's there waiting. So what we need to do to access it, to see it, is just to relax. Relax, let go, and allow yourself to reconnect with the happiness that's already inside of you. So again, remind yourself that the method is easy, simple yet profound. That is the right method. It's not something that we need to overcomplicate. And anytime when we're meditating where it feels the opposite, where it's hard, where it feels confusing, we can know for ourselves that we're practicing incorrectly now. Wherever or whenever you feel hard, meaning when it feels hard, meaning it's uncomfortable, physically and mentally, you don't feel relaxed anymore, and you're starting to feel confused. What should I do next? That's a hint for yourself that, okay, I'm going in the wrong direction. Because it's not anything that should be complicated of what should I do next. What you should do is follow what makes you comfortable, what makes you feel relaxed. Listen to your body and listen to your mind, as easy as that. We know for yourself, right? When you eat something that you enjoy, right? It tastes good, so you continue to eat it. Or you taste something that you don't enjoy, what do? You stop eating it, right? So do the same thing in your meditation. Taste what's happening. Does it feel good? Okay, keep going. If it feels bad, stop and adjust. So begin your meditation at a place of comfort and happiness within every time. This means we start from where you feel comfortable, where you feel relaxed. That includes the method you use, that includes the position that you sit in. So start from where you feel comfortable and relaxed and what makes you feel happy to a certain extent. Okay. And again, remind yourself when you sit. We need to remember to sit with comfort and relaxation. We tend to forget because we are very determined and driven people, right? So when we sit and all of a sudden you feel a cramp or you feel numb in your leg or something like that, some of us, I can fight through it. I can ignore it. And in the beginning, maybe you ignore it for maybe 30 seconds, a minute, and then eventually, it's starting to hurt. It's starting to overcome my mindfulness now. So don't hesitate. Okay, I feel numb, adjust, and you can move on. Sit with comfort and relaxation. Same with your mind. Oh, I'm using the visualization. In the beginning, it was okay. I don't have any wandering mind. I can stay with the crystal sphere. I can stay with the moon, the sun. But why is it starting to feel like my eyes hurt or my head is tense? Why does it feel heavy? Keep going, keep going. It'll get better. Keep going, keep going. No, don't keep going. If it feels bad at that moment, if it feels tense at that moment, stop. Let go of the image and just do nothing. And you can it's like a game. Test for yourself. When you let go of the image, how do you feel? Oh, I feel relieved. It feels like I was carrying something just a moment ago, but now I feel better, right? So when you feel that way, react and see how you feel. Okay. A, visualizing, or B, not visualizing. What feels better for me? And you can see for yourself. So when we talk about comfort or relaxation in the meditation, we all have our own definition of comfort. But to put it into perspective, in that range of comfort in meditation, the one that I want you to focus on every time is at least the beginning of our comfort, it should feel neutral. So the initial comfort that we're looking for, the initial relaxation that we're looking for, that you can build upon and that you can know for yourself that you're practicing correctly, is you feel neutral. So that would be the beginning of our range of comfort or relaxation in our practice. So when we start and you feel neutral, that's okay. That's a good start. And as long as we feel anything from neutral and above, we're on the right path. So anything from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if on the scale, you're on the right path. But the moment you feel that it's off, when it's starting to get into the negatives, okay, that's when we need to do something. So right now we just collect those mindful moments, or I would call it a miracle moment, where you can just stay neutral and our comfort will increase over time. Every second that you feel neutral, it's like an investment in yourself that is accruing automatically. In the beginning, it may seem slow, but actually the rate is exponential. Just stay with that neutral feeling. And as long as you're in the present moment, that's how you will collect the moment. It will stay naturally longer and longer and longer. But the moment you feel that your mind is drifting out or going away, that's okay. We just bring it back. Bring it back to the present moment and you'll collect the comfort again. And you can experiment with yourself. I'm sure many of us who have meditated already, we've all started from that point where you feel just nothing special. But as you meditate further and further, why do you feel more refreshed? Why do you feel more clean? Why do you feel more alert, more happy, more positive at the end? Because of what I just mentioned. When you stay with that moment, it grows automatically from feeling neutral to feeling happy, a happiness that you can answer for yourself that, this feels happy, this feels good. I enjoy this feeling. I want to stay with this. I want to continue to sit. In the beginning, it's just like, oh, I can sit. I can sit. It's okay. But as you start to meditate longer and longer and you meditate correctly, the word can will be I want to. It will change from I can sit to I want to sit. I want to stay here. I feel good. And that's because that neutral feeling that you started with has increased, has expanded, has grown. So all we have to do, nothing complicated, is follow the comfort. If you feel uncomfortable, just simply adjust. The comfort will pull you or take you like a current. When we go swimming, a current can be dangerous, but in meditation, the current isn't dangerous. Follow it. It's going to take you to the place that you need to go. Follow the flow, follow the current, follow the energy, follow the pull. It will take you there. The key thing that happens is that when you follow what makes you feel relaxed and comfortable, a key word that you're going to feel for yourself is it feels natural. If it doesn't feel natural, you're practicing incorrectly as well. Meaning you're going against your own nature. You can try for yourself, right? When you meditate incorrectly, you feel for yourself something's wrong. Whether it's mentally or physically, right? Oh, I feel uncomfortable. But in the past, we go against our natural feeling, our instinct that something's wrong and keep going. It'll get better. But no, listen to yourself. Listen to how you feel. It doesn't feel good. Let me adjust. So follow the comfort. It'll make it feel natural. These feelings, they all go hand in hand. It feels relaxed. It feels natural. It feels easy. They're all connected, right? If it's easy, it's gonna feel relaxing. If it's relaxing and easy, it's gonna feel natural. It doesn't feel like you're going against the current. It doesn't feel like you're going against the grain. You're going with it. You're going with the comfort, going with what you feel is good. So it's not something that you're fighting. If you feel tired after your meditation, it's not a battle to still your mind. It's not a boxing match. It's not a wrestling match to grab your monkey mind and, fight it to stay still. It's the opposite. We have to be gentle. We have to be relaxing. We have to be nice to our monkey mind, not the opposite. Think of it as your mind is like a baby, right? If you want to calm the baby down, you have to be gentle with it. You have to be patient with it. You have to carry and rock the baby softly, sing it a lullaby, or find something that it enjoys, maybe some milk, maybe something to a pacifier, right? To keep the baby happy and calm, right? You can't force it. You can't do anything that is rough, or it will just make the baby more upset, right? Your mind is a baby. Your mind is like a puppy. Your mind is something that you need to be gentle with and patient with, okay?